Hey, all my brothers, all my sisters, all my kings and queens. It's your boy Mduduzi coming back to you out with another video. Today is Thursday, the 15th of Jan 2026. The time is maybe 5 minutes to 7 because the watch is saying, I don't know if y'all will see it, 7 on the dot, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, as you can see by the topic, PM. Yeah. Watch where your ideas come from. I'll start it like this. I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable. Anyways, this morning I'm watching a game called Goldie live, right? And basically someone commented on a mother and granny would rather push the daughter to go with the drug dealer, right, who can provide, rather than the good man who's working a normal job, who's trying to find himself. And he was just saying, you feel me, it's like it sounds good, but like you don't know one person where that actually has happened. Even if you said you know two out of billions, it's like you have to really watch where your ideas come from, right? And this is the same thing I've been thinking, right? It's just been a thought that has lingered on my mind, and I think where I can connect it is just the other day, right? We didn't have electricity for a couple days, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 days, I'm not sure, but it was quite a long time. So the day it came back, then it went, right? Like no less than 2 minutes after it came back, it went. So then, obviously now we're anticipating it coming back. So I'm in the house, it's me and my mom. She just, like she said it before, they say, always when you hear that the information it can be straight BS, but she's like, they say you should turn off the she said it before, you should turn off the lights and everything because it might mess it up, which I don't think is true. And also another thing, the main switch, it has, I don't know, earth leakage or something, but basically when something trips the power, one of the switches on the main switch goes off, right? So I think that alone, I don't know how it's set up, but protects all these things to where you don't have to switch them off. But basically, she had everything. I had switched on the light to know when electricity is gonna come back again. She switched it off. I go check. I'm like, maybe electricity might be back. The light is switched off. I'm like, let me switch it on. I switch it on. Electricity is back. I'm like, how? Why did you switch? How, mom? Why do you switch the light off? Oh, they say you should switch off the light, and it's just a thing of, honestly, it's like we have to be more diligent. It's like, even though I talk about that situation, even myself, I always have to check, where do my ideas come from. I was saying earlier, I shot a 1 minute video basically for Insta, and I was saying, I love Andrew Tate, man, pause, but there's there's certain mindsets and ideas he has that I don't believe are entirely true. One of them is, he's like, I don't know which clip this was. He was with his brother, but he was basically saying, no, men were made. God made men to suffer. He put us here so we can suffer. And it's like, yes, I get it that we do endure more suffering than females, you know what I'm saying? I truly believe that we have the harder life. But like we're made to suffer, it's a bit extreme, you know what I'm saying? And in his speech, I believe he knows what he's saying, even though he doesn't say it in the exact same way. What I mean by that is, by that statement that men were made to suffer, right? He might be saying that life is a constant suffering, or he's experiencing constant suffering. But because we want not to be in his position, yes, I'd say be in his position, but want what he has, right? All the supercars, all the money he's been able to accumulate, all the accolades. It's like we take that and we internalize it, like I must suffer. And for me, I'm a believer. It's not biblical. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, am I truly accepting that idea even though it's not the truth? I'm sipping on some coffee right now. You know what I'm saying? We have to be careful of that. Yeah, it's like currently I've took it upon myself to listen to a video of day listen to a video a day of a series, right? This series is by Keith Moore. He's a pastor. I don't know which church, but the specific series I'm listening to, it's a video, right? It's a 30-minute video. It has like 175 videos, this series, but it's Faith for Provision. And basically, he goes on to explain that God wants us to have, you know, Psalm 23, verse 1, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. In other translations, it talks about the Lord is my shepherd, I do not lack any good thing. I will never lack. There's different translations, but basically, one of the profound things he says as he's explaining that the Lord wants us to have and not to be in poverty, which if you don't know, you should know. It's like poverty isn't noble, even though they might try convince you it is. But anyways, one of the things he said, he was like, back when he was in Bible school, which he left, right? Personally, I don't believe in Bible school. You know what I'm saying? It's gotten to a point where I feel like it's like now a system. It's like the school system. You know what I'm saying? They teach you their version of the Bible, which is, if you go to Bible school, just on a side note, they teach you how to talk, how to speak to a crowd, basically how to be a pastor. You can't just say I'm going to Bible school to learn the Bible. It has to be on the lines of I want to be a pastor, because that's the skills they're gonna teach you. So I don't believe in Bible school. You know what I'm saying? It's worldly, even though it can be a good thing. I just don't accept it. And there's so many Bible schools. There's so many believers who could be not having the real message, which I feel like is the kingdom of God. And only person I've really heard preach about it is Dr. Miles Monroe. So you have to be careful about that. Anyways, he was saying while he was in Bible school, for the time being, I'm saying it didn't last long, but he was like, God put it in his heart that whatever any pastor or anyone claims, find it in the word. And if you actually do this, you'll see that there's a lot of things people proclaim that aren't true. But anyways, he was saying there's a lot of, in one of the, I've watched many videos now, right? I've been doing it almost since the beginning of the year. But yeah, he was saying like people will always tell you God uses bad to try teach you good. It's like, where is that in scripture? So it's a thing for me also. It's like I love Andrew Tate. I do want what he has, you know what I'm saying? Not on no covetousness. But it's like I don't believe that life is constant suffering. Yes, there is suffering in life. There's a time for war, a time for peace. But if you internalize that idea, they say, not even they say, Proverbs 19 verse 21, if I'm not wrong, there's power in the tongue, right? So it's like, if you truly believe that life is constant suffering as a man, you might be undergoing suffering you don't really need to. Another thing he said was, I'm forgetting now, but like, you have to, and not to obviously Andrew Tate is, I still look up to him. There's a lot to learn from the brother. He has, I feel like, for me, a warrior's mindset, and we need that to really go through life and prosper, right? As well as the word of God. But you have to see where your ideas are coming from, honestly. Let me get up real close. One of the things I want to talk about women, I don't hate women, but reading The Rational Male by Rollo Tomasi, one of the things he said was how women have feminized, right? To put in my own words, have feminized society. So like men can serve them, what I'm saying? They make it more friendly for themselves, and they're able to take advantage of men. And it's not something, The Rational Male really changed a lot of things. It's not something I disagreed with first, because it made sense. But, with many other videos I've watched of different content creators, one of the things you hear women say is, where are the men that approach? Men used to be hunters. And it's a thing of, yes, men were hunters, but that didn't mean we hunted the woman. When you don't want to chase a woman, oh, he's in his princess era. I saw a video on X. So basically, this couple, they married, right? It was a Black American couple. The woman, the wife, she had just gone to buy groceries, and because they live basically in townhouses, but they live on the top, right? So when she arrived, like at the bottom, where she has to basically climb the stairs to get up to their apartment, the husband made like a thing of, the way I can describe it is a washing basket, and he let it down on a rope. So all she did was put in the groceries, and he reeled them up while she walked up, right? But yeah, one of the men on Twitter, someone commented, if he was a real man, he was gonna walk down the stairs. It's like, people, there's so many definitions of a real man. It's like, and you must watch the video I did about this. It was it got a lot of love. But yeah, it's like, people have so many ideas of what a real man is. It's like, if you don't have money, you're not a real man. It's like, I can go on and on, but it's like, where do you get these ideas, right? And it's always a thing of, you can always counter a brother. So what I mean is, if a brother says a real man doesn't dance, you could be like, a real man has a car if he doesn't have a car. There's no like standard, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's worldly talk. There's no Bible that we can reference, because the Bible is the truth. So it's like, where are we standing on these ideas that come out of nowhere and are not even true? Honestly, let me take another sip, man. People talk about soulmates. It's like, where in the word is there a soulmate? It doesn't exist. So for me to say that, it kind of feels like I'm always going against the grain, which I am. I'll stand for truth. But it's like, where does it really talk about a soulmate? you know, I do talk a lot about women, not out of hate, but I see that they've manipulated ideas in order for you to just follow. And you have to be wise enough for you to see through the BS. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my past doesn't matter. It's like after she slipped the 100 guys. It's like, come on. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Expecting you to just come Prince Charming like nothing happened. You know, it's like, for me also, it's like, since I don't believe in the one, that's why I always have this mindset of, you can be replaced. I can replace you. You better be on your job, because I'm finna dip and I'm definitely gonna find a woman better than you. You know what I'm saying? More hotter, better character. It's like, I don't just believe there's a one. You know what I'm saying? So you really have to think about all these ideas. You know, even when it comes to, especially money, you know, they really try push this narrative. And this is something Game God was also talking about, but he's not the first one I hear this from. It's like, in movies they always push the narrative that the evil guy has money. It's never a good righteous guy that has plenty of wealth. It's always the evil guy. So they basically painting this picture, you know, money can't buy you everything, that like money is not something worth having, which is false. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, when people try act self-righteous with it, it's like, at least my life is not about money, you know, it's about love. It's like, you know, and damn well, you know, you ain't getting no love without their money. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, you can still get it, but big part of it is you have to have money, especially as a guy. Like, think about it. It's like, you can't even really get a wife, you feel me, if you don't have money. Give me 2 minutes. You know, it's not the best if I put it like this and say, you know what, women are kind of for sale if we look at this dowry and bride prices. You know what I'm saying? But that's the honest truth. It's like, as a guy, once you have money, you can, I won't say buy a wife, because that will put it in the wrong way, but that's the reality. It's like, if you have enough money, and at most of the time the woman will marry you not even loving you, so she's willing to go up for sale, if I can put it like that. So it's like, you have to stand on truth. You have to really stand on ideas you believe, even if no one else believes them. You know what I'm saying? Men have to chase. Where does it say men have to chase? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, it sounds good. You know what I'm saying? It always sounds good, but where is this idea coming from? And if we don't know really where it's coming from, why are we standing on it? You know, because I'm a Christian, also in the Christian community, there's a lot of things. It's like, me, number one of the things is money. It's like, I don't really see a lot of brothers, believers, having money. And that, for me, it always rubs me the wrong way, because it's like, I don't want to be poor for sure. Like, I'm willing to stand on that no matter how you see me. But like, it's a thing of want to bring up money. It's like, oh, you don't love the Lord as much. When Abraham was the richest in the whole country, you feel me? You see, I'm going to cut this video short because, yeah, we're fading with the light. But I think, since I said that, I'm going to just leave it with, really check where your ideas are coming from, you know? And once you do know, you're going to have to stand on that. What I mean by that is, you know, there's a lot of things that are not true, that I'm just not willing to believe, and I have to face the consequences for not believing them. You know, one of the things they say is, don't say thank you when accepting medicine, because you won't get healed. I'm like, what BS is that? You know, when I heard that one, I automatically rejected it. But you know, here, you know what I'm saying? My mom always talks about Wizulu, no caps in the house. What does that even mean? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what does that even mean? There's another one. It's like, I don't know if you guys know Shunglisa ring, right? They always do it. And for me, I sit back and I'm like, what does this even help with? Basically nothing. And you guys, you still want to continue doing it? You know, when it comes to the ancestor talk, the Bible talks about what does the dead have to, like, how can the dead advise you about the living? Isaiah 8, 19 to 20, you'll find it around there, or 18 to 20. Look for those verses. But it's like, yeah, it's like if you're willing to stand on that I don't believe in ancestors, you're going to have to take all the flack, all the, you know what I'm saying, all the people like would die for an idea that's not even true. You know what I'm saying? Also, another thing is like, don't stand when you eat because your problems are going to stand up to you. Like, what does that even mean? You know what I'm saying? It's like, and for me, I had to make the hard choice that, you know what, when you become an adult, or personally, right, I'll talk about it personally, from being a child to finding knowledge, there's a lot of things I've seen that, okay, oh, and you know, like, you kind of see your parents in like a superhero way, and then you get to see, no, these are two regular people. Oh, wait, these regular people are not even living right. Oh, wait, these are like bottom of the barrel people. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, that's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? Not to discount what they've done or, you know, who they are, but that's how I was feeling. And it's a thing of, you get certain knowledge where it's like, do you choose to believe your mom or do you choose to believe the truth? And you have to make that choice. And for me, I'm always ready to stand on the truth. You know, like, for example, there was a situation where, you know, we're using the house machine. Obviously, my mom bought it. You know, she's the parent, the only surviving parent now. So it's like my house, my everything. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. And what I did was download the instructions, right, for how to use the machine. I can't say which video, but one of the videos Dr. Miles Monroe made, right? Yo, I'm feeling so hot. Okay, but yeah, let me open it quickly. One of the videos, you'll have to bear with me. This is all over the place, but highly valuable. One of the videos Dr. Miles Monroe made was about laws. And he basically was explaining how God built law into like the universe. Laws help you succeed. Laws are laid down for success, you know what I'm saying, and not for failure. But yeah, he was saying, if I as a manufacturer, right, I'm paraphrasing, were to make a product, I know how it works. I made it. I know how it works best. So what I do is I write a little book, which is the manual, and I put it, and I say, before using this product, read the manual, then you'll get the best out this product. This product wasn't made to fail. This is how you use it. But what people do is they just skip the manual and they get to, you know, trying to switch the TV on, not even reading, right? And that's where failure comes. You're experimenting, whereas God has laid down the laws. If I can bring it towards God, okay, do not commit adultery. For example, it's like he's already told you that, okay, this, if you trespass this law, you'll only get failure, you know, death, 1, 2, and 3. So he just lays down the law. It's up to you to follow them. But yeah, you know, there was such a beautiful sermon. I think it's in one of the Kingdom teachings on his page, Monroe Global. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. I don't know what video it is. Anyways, I downloaded the manual for the washing machine. So after reading the manual, more things made sense. Oh, this is how it operates. or this is what this means. It just makes sense, right? The manual was written on how to operate the machine perfectly. Same thing like with me, like to kind of sidetrack, I think one of the best things I did, right, is since I started buying quite expensive clothes, like all my polo clothes, I'm currently wearing one now. I didn't want to, because I knew that I can't, this is not something like that's easy. Like I can't keep just buying these clothes. This money, I'm spending it, making an investment, right? So I was like, let me take good care of this product. And how do I do that is by reading the instructions. Okay, iron it like this, wash it like this. And for all my clothes, they basically look brand new because I stick to how to treat them, right? But yeah, with the washing machine, you know what I'm saying? I understood more after getting the manual. And it was a thing of there was a problem, and then my mom was like, no, this is what they used to say. This is what I feel like you should do. But I'm like, no, this is what the manual says. So it's like now it's a choice. Like, do I listen to you, who honestly you don't know, or do I listen to the manual, which is the truth? And because I don't like that the video is so dark, that's the choice you're gonna have to make. Do I listen to society that says I'm supposed to just give to a woman and not accept anything back? Or do I stand on my truth that, hey, you know what, we're only gonna build something if it's reciprocal. Otherwise, you can get out my life, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you're gonna have to bear the hate. You know, one of the songs by Lucky Dube, my bad. I don't know its exact name, but the intro goes, stand for the truth, you stand alone. Stand for the truth, you stand. But basically, if you stand for the truth, you basically stand alone. And my mindset now is a killer mindset, right? It's on some, not only am I never committing suicide, I'm here to stay and I'm hard to kill. And the reason, even if, and probably the reason they're gonna want to kill me is because I stand on truth, and I'm gonna continue standing on truth. Basically, the truth from the Bible, and you know, as the word says, which I've been experiencing, they will hate you as they hated him. It's your boy Mduduzi. Peace.